Good evening and welcome. Greetings of peace to each and every one. Let us begin by relaxing the physical body. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Gently set your body in a very comfortable position and ease all your muscles. Let there be no strain, stretch, pull, or stress anywhere. And just as you relax the body, see how you could relax the mind. Release the mind from strain and pulls and pushes with this constant need to get things done. The belief that the mind has to be very busy, holding too many things inside. Just release them for the moment. Become light. Release yourself from the burden of holding on to too many things up there. Look at it like a basket that you have all these things filled up in. So all your activities, the tasks, things you've done, things you've got to do, all the roles and responsibilities that you are holding on to right now. And you have to do so many things in those perspectives as a mother, as a father, as a child, as a sibling. Everything is there, running in your mind, either consciously or unconsciously. It's playing. Think of all of it as like a basket that you have. Just pick that up and let it go. Just let it down for the moment. You can always pick it back up. It's not going anywhere. But for now, the next few moments, we just let it down and free yourself from all those roles and responsibilities and activities and actions. And what remains? What remains is you. What remains is your qualities, your values. What remains is you spending your time being fully in the moment, fully aware. So begin by awareness of the room, the lighting, the sounds, the feeling, fully aware. Aware of where you're sitting, how it feels. Complete awareness of where you are right now. And as you are in that space, everything is perfectly okay. You're not trying to control or change anything. It's just fully available in flesh and blood. You're fully here. And also in thought. Begin with a note of appreciation. Appreciate everything that's around you the way it is right now. everything you look at, everything you're aware of, the chair you sit on, the table that is in front of you, the mobile that you're probably holding, the laptop that is there for you, the AC running in the hall, the roof under which you sit. Everything has a purpose and everything is giving and contributing. Everything is in some ways supporting, providing, sustaining. The beauty about being fully aware is that you realize what you have and you begin to get appreciative about them. It's very easy to start cribbing and crying, looking at things that are missing, wanting more. There's nothing wrong with wanting to improve things where we are. Unfortunately, it always happens at the cost of what we already have. And because you can pay attention to one thing at a time, when I'm too much paying attention to things that are not working well, I seldom look at those things that are working very well for me. So spend the next few moments simply being appreciative. Expand the appreciation from the things that you have around you, the people who are in your life. Everyone's doing their best in their own way, not necessarily in your way. And finally, appreciate your own self. You too are doing your best in every possible way. Free yourself from comparisons. Comparisons with others. Appreciate where you are. Appreciate that you are unique, special. And for progress, for competition, Hold before you the image of your perfect self, the potential that you have within yourself to be a better version. And that's a constant, ongoing journey. Every moment you can emerge into a better version of yourself. Take small steps to go. A better version of yourself right now may be a person who is free from all forms of fear, someone who's more confident, someone who respects the self more, someone who's more appreciative about the self. A higher, better version of yours could be stepping into truly a state of esteem, so that you're not constantly wanting others to validate who you are and how you are doing. Knowing thyself and being thyself. That's step up. Freeing yourself from irritation, anger, ego. Developing a greater sense of humility. Learning to be more content with what you have, whilst you continue on the race to bring out your best everywhere, in every way. Be content with respect to who you are. With respect to comparing yourself with others. With respect to knowing that you are unique. With respect to being appreciative about so many things that's already working in your life. Being content. And where there's contentment, there's an energy of abundance. And the energy of abundance will bring abundance to your life. The energy of scarcity, which is what exists with a lack of contentment. The energy of scarcity will only bring more scarcity. It will only show you more scarcity. Where there's contentment, there's abundance. Where there's abundance, there's flow. You give, you receive. You keep giving, you keep receiving. And you feel full, not just for name's sake, but deeply within yourself. You feel abundant. You feel that you're getting whatever you would whatever imagine, whatever could be achieved, you have. That's contentment, that's abundance, that's flow, and that's growth. But there's also this possibility of being a better version of yourself. Picture it for yourself. What does that look like? And every day, step into that space, even for a few moments. Right now, step into that space of your better version. Feel what you feel. See what you see. Just embody every single element and aspect as if you have already reached that space. Because if you can create that space in your mind as a picture, you can always step into it and you can always feel it and experience it. Greater self-esteem, greater courage, freedom from ego, complete acceptance. Continuing to do what you always have been doing, but with greater awareness of yourself. So who's the one who's getting these things done? So when you're able to then be aware of the self as a spiritual being having a physical experience and expressing yourself physically, doing physical actions, always going back to who is this person? Who am I? Then you step into the stage of being a karma yogi. And victory is guaranteed for any karma yogi. Because the first element of victory is in the action itself. When you are aware of your true nature and self and you're acting, the act itself is the best input you can actually have into anything you give. Because in that action, there is peace. In that action, there's compassion. In that action, there's power. In that action, there is purpose. It's impossible to be a karma yogi and do wasteful actions, negative actions. And so when you're a karma yogi, your action in itself is your fruit, is the benefit. And certainly when you do certain things in that particular space, You sow the seeds that are elevated. The sowing act itself is so beautiful. But then that seed would then generate abundant fruits which are elevated. So as you visualize yourself, step into this Karma Yogi form. And you would continue doing your job. Whether you're in sales, you're in purchases, you're in finance, you're in operations, wherever. Who is it doing those actions? Who's playing that role? You're just stepping a little bit behind, understanding that. And then your actions are elevated. Victory becomes your birthright. There is happiness. Even when there's a lot of pressure, you're okay. Because you enjoy what you do. You enjoy because you see purpose. You see purpose because you're aware of who you are. So constantly you keep coming back to this awareness of the self as a peaceful, pure, powerful, spiritual being. So that all your attention right now be focused to the center of the forehead. That's who I am. Behind these eyes. Watching, listening, speaking, performing. And as a spiritual being of light, I turn my thoughts upwards and connect it to the source. A being of light just like me. The powerhouse. Ever loving, ever pure, ever peaceful. And when I connect with some being who is so virtuous, I can't but avoid experiencing the light and filling myself with peace, love, and power. So just take your thoughts towards this place where right in front of you, you visualize the source, the supreme energy. And you are receiving light and might, all the energy from this being. Supreme energy is like the sun, constantly radiating energy in all directions. And all I'm doing is just standing over there, and I automatically receive it. And I get full of the energy. I receive all this energy. I feel so full. I turn my thoughts back once again. And I'm now seated in the center of my forehead, recharged, rejuvenated, fully empowered. Powerful, peaceful, pure. Cleansed, washed. Reminded of how close I am to the Supreme. How quickly I could reach up to Him and be one with Him. That's me stepping into the Karma Yogi stage. Action with connection. And so tomorrow, as I take up all those responsibilities and roles, let me be aware of who I am. Who's the one playing that? You may take breaks in between just to remind yourself and then get back into action. Slowly but steadily, by deepening this understanding and by experiencing more and more power in the work you do, by experiencing more and more victory, by seeing and realizing how things become so natural and easy for you when you're a karma yogi, it will become more and more natural for you. So all the very best.